For the Odyssey plan assignment, we had to create 3 plans, 1, 2, 3, of life after college, the next 5 years of life, and 2 realistic and 1 that was more, you can use more of your imagination and what you really want to do with your life, if there was no money restrictions or if there was no restrictions at all. And so now we're going to be comparing them and analyzing each one. So let's go. So this right here is my initial plan. It is alternative plan 1, and this is the plan that I really think is going to be the most likely for me. I called it a reliable future that I love because this is a future, this is what I have planned out right now. And if this all goes to plan, that would be great for me. So it starts off with me, 1, getting a job, of course, and that job stays throughout all 5 years. I buy an apartment with my girlfriend, and we get 2 cats together in year 2. And then the 3rd year, I might even start YouTube maybe. That was more of a passion thing. I don't know if that's actually going to happen. And then also financially stable at the bottom. And the next year, potentially a proposal process. And then down payment on a house if we're in a financially good situation at that point. And that's basically that plan. I do think this is decently feasible, which is very good for me because I enjoy this plan. And what draws me to this plan? What draws me to this plan is that it is what I have planned for right now. Like, it is what I want to do with my life, which is really good. All of these things are things that I would like to do in the 5 years after college. The highlights and challenges. So I think the challenge will probably be, the biggest challenge will most likely be getting a job. And also the down payment on the house is quite early. But I think those will be the 2 biggest challenges. But once I can figure out the job situation, I think it should be decently smooth sailing. How does each plan align with my values, skills, and those things? So I made this plan to align with my values. So this is everything that I want to do. So it perfectly aligns with that. And my skills, I do think I'm decently good at finance, and that is what I'm trying to get a job in. And that does tend to make a decent amount of money. So I think this plan will work very well in that sense. So this is my second plan. This is alternative plan 2. And this is also another way I can see my life going. It's a little bit more abstract, but I do think they're all things of interest to me, and I kind of enjoyed this plan. It's called I Love Taking Care of Animals because it mainly focuses around that. So we'll start off in year 1, where I'm actually getting a job in conservation, which is a lot different than finance. So that will be interesting for me. And I'm getting an apartment again. That happened in plan 1. I think that's something that will be in most plans. But then in this one, I'm actually proposing in year 2 after college. So we'll see how that goes. And then the honeymoon, of course, and a trip to Florida for fishing. And the next year, I was gonna do a bodybuilding tournament, a show, and maybe even invest a little bit in the stock market, use some of that business knowledge I learned. And then, stemming off of the conservation thing, I'm gonna open a sanctuary for animals in year 5. This is a little bit more abstract, and I don't know if it's gonna happen, but it will be very interesting to see. The thing that draws me the most to this plan is probably helping animals, because that was something that scored very high on a lot of the tests that I did in class. So it'll be cool to incorporate that into my career. The highlights and challenges. I think the biggest challenge here will probably be opening my own sanctuary because I have no idea how to do that. And the highlights, probably the Florida trip and bodybuilding show. And also, of course, proposing in year 2. This aligns with my values and skills because I really like animals, and I think I'm pretty good at taking care of them, and I can use some of my business knowledge more in the stock market aspect. This is alternative plan 3, and in this one I'm coming straight out of college and getting back into college in a master's program, and I will be getting a 4.0 GPA through all of those years. And first I started off, of course, going back for my master's, and then another fishing trip that was also in plan number 2, and then winning the lottery, of course, year 3, and boom, proposing in year 4, and of course being a CEO in year 5, because this is the dream plan. I don't think this one's feasible at all, but that's okay because it's the dream plan. So all in all, I've learned a lot about myself during this class. When I came into this class, I didn't know what major I wanted, and I've decided that I want to be either accounting or finance, which is not something I thought coming into college, but it is something I think now. And not only that, but adding animals into my career, even if it's not a money-making option, it could be something that I just do on the side, and I really think I would enjoy that. So I'm very grateful for this class and the rest of the FYIC, and that is the end of my Odyssey plan presentation.